Hello, children. Hope you are having a good day. I would like if you all can switch on the cameras because before we start the lesson, I want to get to know about yourself first, and then we can continue the class easily. Since it is the introduction session, I'll just explain you what are we going to do in this class. Before that, my name is Amanda Mendes. I'm working in a school in Colombo. The purpose of having this class today is uh, to practice to get the to give you a proper practice uh, to be ready for the O-level exam. Especially in this class, I'm going to conduct kind of questions, especially the target questions, right? Target questions that is there in the O-level paper. With that, hope to do some activities that you can improve the knowledge of English, right? So, um, uh, since it is now already 5 minutes past, therefore I'm going to start the session, right? So, right, before I share the screen with you, I just want to tell you that this is not the class that always I am talking. I want you to talk as well, right? Because I want your response, and this is not the lecture type lesson, right? In universities we have that, but not here, right? So you all need to speak, right? You all need to give the answers. You all can ask questions, right? uh, if you have doubts, you can definitely ask. So first of all, Omal. Omal, can you please tell me where are you from? He left. Right. What about Afif? Um, Hello, Afif.
Hello, Miss.
Can you please tell me where are you from?
I'm from Colombo,
Colombo. What's your school, Puta?
Zaira College.
Okay, right. Okay. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Miss.
Teumanti, can you please tell me where are you from, Putta?
I am from Anuradhapura,
Anuradhapura. What's your school?
Saranapadi.
Right. Okay. So let's continue the lesson, right? I am normally I am recording the session. Hope that is okay with you because when if we are continuing the class, right? I hope that it will be beneficial if somebody get absent. That person can get the recording. I'll pass the recording to the group. Like that, I'm doing the classes normally, right? So. Today, I thought to discuss with you one target question in the O-level paper. Sometimes you may have learned this earlier, definitely. From lower grades, you are learning this. Right. So let's start. Right. So hope you have familiar with the topic that I am discussing today. Since it is the first lesson, I thought to start from the basics, right? So, writing notes. This is our first lesson, right? First of all, before I give you the introduction about the topic that I am going to do today, can you all please tell me, according to your knowledge, right? What is a note? What do you understand by that? Can somebody tell me? What you can understand by the term notes, writing notes? Yes?
Miss, a note is something that we that is a short of a topic.
Yes, very good. Tevmanti, what about you, Puta? Do you have any idea about writing notes? Right. You can tell me the answer. I don't want always the correct answers, right? I'm very flexible to listen to your answers. Either they are correct or incorrect, right? Doesn't matter. This is the place we are learning, right? You are always welcome to tell your answers, right? Don't get panic about that, right? So yes, as Afif said, right, notes is a kind of a message, especially a brief message that is sent to a person that we are familiar with, right? We are not writing notes to strangers, right? Always think about notes can be written to your family members or any person that you are closely connected with, right? The student just now joined. What's your name? Yes, what's your name? Dilruksan. Okay. Okay, Buddha. From where are you joining?
From Candy teacher.
Candy. What's your school, Buddha?
Trinity College.
Right, okay. So we have just started the lesson. I was giving the introduction and I'm recording the session. If you missed, though you missed the first part, you can go through the recording as well. I'll send, okay?
Okay, sure, teacher. Thank you.
Right. So, as the introduction, let's see what a note is. So what is a note? I hope you can see the shared screen, right? Can you all see? Is it visible?
Yes, Miss.
Right. Okay, great. So a note is a personal piece of writing, right? Personal piece of writing. A kind of a message that is written to a known person, right? And it is a short written message. That's why I told you at the very beginning, note is always brief message. Brief in the sense short. It is written to a familiar person. So, who are the familiar people to us? Maybe a friend, relative, or to someone you know very well. Right. So this is very important. Most of the time, children, those who are writing O-level exam, right, at the very beginning, they get misunderstand about the structure, right? Sometimes they may not have read the question properly. They use the way that we write the letter. I'm not talking about the structure. When they write the message, they write all the things that they have in their mind in a note. That is not the correct way, right? So note is not a letter. So in a letter, especially in an informal letter or personal letter, we can ask about ups and downs of the person, how they are getting on, like that. We can ask about those things, new updates and everything. But note is not like that. Okay, so we have to write only the necessary points, right? Only the necessary points. That's why the note is a brief message. Right, let's see. The notice that I have given here, we are going to talk about the structure of the notice, right? Now, sometimes you may have learned this, right? Already you may have learned this, but since it is the first lesson, I thought to start a very simple one. Okay. So let's see the structure. Now, so you can see a simple message, right? So what is the first component? Now, you can tell me the components here, right? So what is the first component, children? The first one is, yes, it is the date, right? It is the date. Huh? Now, what do you think? Is it compulsory to write the date in a note? In the school, how you are going to do this? How you have taught to write the date or not to write the date? Just tell me about that. How you have learned it in the school or any other class, doesn't matter.
Miss, writing the date.
Yes. So you may write the date, but it's optional, right? It's optional because now think that already a note given in the paper and you're supposed to write a reply note. So in that given note, if the date is mentioned, definitely you have to write. Okay. But date is optional. But I also prefer that if you all are writing the date, okay, when I'm teaching my students in the school and even the lower classes, right? When I teach this, I ask the students to write the date in the note as well. Because it seems now, think that without the date, sometimes we don't know when it was written, like that some kinds of issues occur, right? So I normally my personal idea is it's better to write the date. Okay. So the date is the first component. And then what is the next one? Let's see what the next one is. Here you can see a name of a person. What do we call that? Receiver's.
The receiver's name.
Very good. Great. Receiver's name, right? I want the other two students also to give the answers, right? I prefer that. Otherwise, always, if I am talking the class all the time, sometimes it's boring, even to me. I want my student to speak more than me, right? Okay. So receiver's name, right. That is the second component. So then the next component is, what is it? It is the message, or we can say body of the note. Okay, body of the note. Another student is joining. Right. So this is the body of the note. Hello. Okay. Right. So body of the note, the third component. And then we'll discuss the next component. Before that, we have another new students in the class. Umara, hello. Hello, Umara. Puta, from where are you? What's the place? From where are you joining? Where are you from, Umara?
Jaya teacher.
All right, okay. So what's your school?
Galhitiya Central College.
All right, okay, great. So, Puti, we have already started the discussion. I'm recording the session. If you want, you can just go through the first part of the lesson through recording. Okay, I'll send that. So, we are discussing a very basic topic today, that's writing notes. Okay, so now we are discussing the structure of a note, right? So the first component is date, receiver's name is the second, then the body of the note, and finally, right. So the next one is, what is it? Sender's name, right? So these are the four basic components, or we can say parts of a note, right? Okay. Now, in this slide, I'm going to discuss with you about what are the main things that you have to remember when you're writing this note. Now, especially when you are writing the receiver's name, right? You may avoid salutation, dear, loving friend. Most of the time we use this in letter writing. Loving friend is actually not accepted. Dear is also, dear is not incorrect. You may use that, right? We don't cut the marks for this word, dear Madhavi. That's fine. But we can avoid salutation when writing a note. Okay? And the punctuation is very important, right? So you have to place the comma after the receiver's name. Even when we are writing the body of the note also, we have to use the punctuation marks properly, right? So, when we are writing the brief message in the body of the note, right, informal language can be used. What do you mean by informal language? Is it slang or anything? Not slang words, right? Informal language in the sense when you are writing the sentences, you can use very simple structures, right? Simple structures can be used. Sometimes I have seen students using certain passive voice sentences. No need, right? You can write very simple sentences, basic grammar patterns you may use, right? So simple, clear expressions. If you use simple structures, then they will be clear expressions, okay? To the point. What does that mean? No unnecessary information. You have to write only the message, right? What you want to deliver to the receiver, that's all. Use contracted forms. Now, this is a personal piece of writing, I told you at the beginning, right? So you may use contracted forms. What are contracted forms? Can you just tell me one example? In this note, you may find a contracted form. Can somebody
It'll,
tell? Very good. It'll, right? So this is a short form, like contracted form. That means it will, right? It will. Likewise, you can use contracted forms when writing notes. Then use common abbreviations. What is the abbreviation used here? Do you have any idea? It's a simple abbreviation. Yes, what is it? Teumanti, can you tell? Abbreviation, a short form also. It is also called like Umara, what about you, Puta? Can you tell me the abbreviation in this? Don't shy, right? You can tell me the answers that you know, right? Don't be shy. So here AM, right? AM, A dot, M dot, right? This is an abbreviation, common abbreviation, right? So you can use such abbreviations when writing notes, okay? Right. So when writing sender's name, you have to avoid complementary clause, right? Complementary clauses can be seen in where? In personal letter writing, you can see, right? And also formal letter writing. When we are doing letter writing, we can use suitable complementary clause. but not in the note. You have to write only the sender's name without writing any complimentary clause. Right. Okay, let's move to the next slide. So we are going to discuss about the different types of notes. Different types of notes, right? Now, note of thanks, right? Note of thanks. Sometimes we write notes to thank somebody, right? So we call them what? Note of thanks. Note of request. When you are requesting something, right? Maybe there can be different situations. Anyway, when we are requesting something from someone that we know, you may write a note of request. Simply, these types will be different based on its purpose, right? Note of excuse, right? You can write note of excuse to your teachers, think that you were not able to stay for some kind of extra activity in the school, maybe after school, right? You will write a note of excuse to the teacher in charge, right? Then note of apology. What is called apology? What's the meaning of it? Do you have any idea what an apology is?
Yes, Miss.
I didn't get you.
Writing an apology to someone for
Mhm.
a mistake or something we did.
Yeah, correct. Think that you have done something wrong, like a small mistake, right? So you may write note of apology to say sorry, right? So that is called note of apology. Note of refusal. What is called refusal? Note of refusal. Refusing. You may have heard that word, right? This is the noun form of the word. So refusing, think that somebody offered you something and you politely refuse that. So note of refusal is to write that kind of idea. For that purpose, you may write note of refusal. Note of sympathy, right? Now, this is maybe to show your kindness or to show your caring about a person. You may write note of sympathy, note of invitation, right? To invite for an occasion, for an event, right? Note of greetings and congratulations, right? If you want to wish somebody for that person's achievement, you may write note of greeting or note of, we can say, congratulations, right? So those are the different types of notes. So what are the sentences based on different types of notes? Now, according to the purpose, we have to change the pattern of writing, right? We have to change the pattern of writing. Now, most of the time, we have seen very common situations in the question papers to write the note. But we don't know what kind of note will be coming in the future exam, right? Therefore, we have to be prepared for any kind of question, right? Sometimes the most easiest, right? The easiest questions, what will happen? Because of the easiness, we make more mistakes, right? We don't, because we are very confident about that. In that case, we make lots of mistakes. So we have to be careful on what we write, okay? So let's see sentences. So thank you very much for your. So you can add more part to this phrase. Especially if somebody invited you for an occasion, right? Or if somebody has sent you gifts or card or anything, right? You may write a note to thank that person, right? Thank you very much for your gift. Thank you very much for your lovely card. Thank you very much for your kind invitation. Like that, you can start the note with this kind of a sentence that emphasizes the meaning or the purpose, right? The purpose of the note. Let's see the next one. Right. So can you all tell me the sentence, I am sorry to inform you that I am unable to take part in. For what type of a note can we use this sentence?
An excuse letter.
Yes. Refusal. Did you say refusal?
Excuse, ma'am. Excusing letter.
Correct. To excuse, right? To excuse, to give a reason for not taking part in the event or the class. You can use this expression. You can use this sentence. I'm sorry to inform you that I'm unable to take part in. I'm sorry to inform you that I'm unable to help you. Like that, you can use different structures, right? Okay, then next one. I'm sorry, I can't attend the class, right? Can we take this as a note of excuse? Can we use this kind of a sentence? What do you think? I'm sorry, I can't attend the class. What do you think? We can use, right? We can use now, though it is starting with the same pattern, I'm sorry, sometimes you may get an idea about the note of apology as well. For the note of apology also, you may start the sentence like this, I am sorry. That kind of expressions can be used. For this one, we can use for the note of excuse, because you may add the reason to this sentence. I'm sorry, I can't attend the class because I have hospitalized, or I am very sick. Like that, you may write a suitable reason. Then, Puta, next one, please send it with your. Now, most of the time, this type of a sentence can be used to write a reply note as well. And also, when you are writing a note that you want the concern about something, yes, please send it with your whatever the person's name or the relatives relations name can be written. Then, I'll meet you later, right? These sentences also support you to any kind, for any kind of note you may use this, right? Congrats for being first in the class. For note of congratulations, right? For greetings, can you please send me, right? Requesting something, like that, you may use these things, right? Are you clear? Right. So let's see, if you write a note for the O-level paper, how the marks are awarded, right? So marking criteria, I think when you're writing an answer for any question in the O-level paper, it's very important to get to know how the marks are given, right? Then you know how to organize the answer, right? So when we talk about the marking criteria of a note, this is the criteria. Content, 2 marks will be given. For language, 3 marks. Total 5 marks. Now, even the 5 marks also very important, right? So if you write this note properly, you will be given this 5 marks. So you need to understand that. Now, especially in the content, if all the points are included, 2 marks will be given. Most of the points are included, 1 mark. If you have copied the question, or if you have written totally irrelevant answer, no marks will be given, right? Therefore, now here the now question copied in the sense, now definitely you can get the suitable pattern of writing from the question itself, but for that you have to add your ideas, right? You have to develop the answer with your ideas. Then the marks will be given. Now, I also ask my students to read the question and get the grammatical pattern and the sentences from the question, and also to add suitable sentences according to the question. Then you may get the full marks for the content, right? Then let's talk about language, right? So language, 3 marks will be given if there are no errors, almost no errors, well-connected sentences. Now, what is well-connected sentences? The first sentence that you write should be connected with the second, right? You are writing first something, and then secondly you are mentioning something else. Then the relationship, the connection between the 2 sentences will be disrupted, right? So you have to be attentive to write well-connected sentence in the body of the note. Then correct spelling, right? You need to write correct spelling. Even 1 letter is wrong, the word is considered as a wrong answer, right? Punctuation, very important, right? Now, sometimes what I have seen in the students, right, starting the sentence like an affirmative sentence, positive sentence, and in the middle they are, for the same sentence, they are joining a question, right? Sometimes they forget to put the question mark, they just put full stop. So when you are writing the sentence, you must have an idea about the punctuation marks that you need to place, right? So 2 marks for some errors, well-connected sentences, some errors in spelling and punctuation. So only a few correct sentences, 1 mark will be given, right? So these are the marking criteria, right? Now let's see. I have given a note here. Let's write a reply note for this. Okay, let's write a reply note for this. Right. Can you please read the note given here? Umara, can you please read the note? Right, okay. What about Afif? Can you?
Madhavi, my brother has bought 4 tickets to see an art exhibition in Lionel Went. It will be held on 26th July from 9 a.m. Would you like to join with your younger sister? Please send me a message as soon as possible. Dilhara.
Right. Thank you. Right. Now see, this is the note that I showed you in the first few slides as well. Now, based on the message given here, you need to write the answer. You need to write a reply note. Now, you know the receiver's name, sender's name. Now, when you write a reply letter, you all need to forget about your names. You have to imagine that you are Dilhara, right? And need to write a note to Madhavi, right? I hope that is clear to you, right? My brother
Miss, any
has,
kind of note?
no, Buta. Now, based on this content, you have to write.
Oh,
Now,
yes, Miss, I know. Based on this note, I'm
yeah.
saying any type like a refusal letter.
Yes, yes. You can decide about that. Now, would you like to join with your younger sister? Now, it is up to the person to accept this invitation or not, right? So you can decide that. Yes, definitely. So shall we write? I'll give you a few minutes. Y'all write and be ready to read out the answer. Okay? Umara, this time I want you to read the answer as well, right? Okay, so let's write.
Miss, should I send the answer in the chat box?
Yes,
All right, Miss.
you can send also. Okay, I received your answer. Right. What about Umara? Do you want some more time to write?
Yes, teacher, I'm still writing.
Okay, no problem. Okay. So until Umara writes the answer, Afif, you can read your answer to the class.
Okay, miss. 26, 2024. Hi, Dilhara. Thanks for inviting us. My sister and I would love you to join you for the art exhibition at Lionel Went on the 26th of July. It sounds like it will be a lot of fun. I will let my sister know and we will be ready to go at 9 a.m. See you soon, Madhavi.
Okay. So I'm really happy with your answer. The content is really good and I can't find any grammatical errors. So you are reading the note also. I think your reading is really good. So we'll see, Putta. Now, this is overall a good answer, right? Really good answer.
Okay, miss.
So, Umara, what about you? Putta still writing?
No, teacher.
Done?
I'm yes, teacher.
Okay, you may read the answer.
23rd of June, Dilhara, I would like to join with you, but my sister will not able to join with us as she having a class at that time. I will come to your home to join with you at about 8:45 a.m. Madhavi.
Right, okay, very good. So your answer also clear, right? The sentences are really good. Only the message is written and you have, according to the content given, you have uh, written the correct message, right? So both of you have done the activity well, right? So this is the second one. Actually, I have given you the reply note here just to refer, right? So, Dilhara, I would love to join with you to see the art exhibition. Unfortunately, my sister won't be able to join on 26th as she has an exam. You can ask any other friend to join instead of my sister. I'll be there at your place at about 8:30 a.m. Thank you for asking me to join. Madhavi. Now, when you are writing a note, always remember add your own sentences, not all the time that are given in the given note or given question, right? It's better according to the word limit that is given in the question. You can plan the most suitable, appropriate words to be used, especially if you can use suitable adjectives, adverbs to modify your answer, that would be better, right? Okay, that's about the reply letter. Okay, so here there is another question. We can try this one too. So you can read the question by yourself and write a note for this as well. Okay. Okay. Afif has already sent the answer. What about Umara?
I'm still writing this.
Still writing. Okay. Right. So Afif, you can read out your answer to the class.
Hey Raid, can we meet at the public library on 5th Wednesday at 3:30 p.m.? Let me know if that works for you. Thanks, Afif.
Right. Very good. Right. So the question is, write a note to your friend asking to meet you at the public library. Include the following details. Use about 20 to 25 words. Now here, the word limit is very important, right? You can't write less than 20 words, and also you can't exceed the limit of 25 words as well. So when you write a note, when the word limit is given, you have to be very careful on that as well, right? So here the date is given, the time is given. So including these things, you have to manage your answer to write about at least 23, 24 words, right? So both of you need to remember that. Umara, if you have finished, you may read the answer.
1st of June 2024, Rehana, I have didn't meet you for a long time. I want to meet you. I have lots of things to tell you. So can you meet me on 5th Wednesday at 3:30 p.m. at the public library? Please inform me whether you cannot not. Umara.
Can you please read the last sentence?
Please inform me whether you can or not.
Right. Okay. Whether you can or not. Right. That's clear now. Yes. That's also a very good note. Now, in both of your answers, right, you just check how many words are there in your answer. Is that less than 20 or is it exceeding the limit given here? Can you please tell me?
Miss, I think my answer is within the word limit.
Within the word limit, yes. What about Umara's answer?
45 words, teacher.
How many? 45.
45.
Right, okay. So when you write next time, you have to be careful, but your content is really good for that. Try to brief it more, right? Okay, so yeah, your answer is correct. You can just remove 1 or 2 sentences. Only the important sentences can be kept in the answer, okay? Right. Right. So there is another one. I hope you're okay with practicing this today. Is it okay with you?
Yes, ma'am.
Right. So this is the next question. Write a note to your cousin inviting him or her to see an exhibition on wildlife conservation in your school. So the word limit is given this time, right? Be careful when write, okay? Right, okay. Sorry, I got Tafib's answer. Right, Puta, can you read it, please?
Yes, miss. Hi, Hamdan. Would you like to come to my school's wildlife conservation exhibition on 7th of July at 8 a.m.? It would be great to see you there. Best, Afif.
Right, okay, very good. Good answer, right? So words also within the limit in the body of the note. So that's great. Umara, once you have finished, you may tell the answer.
Finish, teacher.
Okay.
25th of November 2024, Venuri, there is an exhibition on wildlife conservation of our school on 25th of November. Would you like to join with me? If you like, come at 10:30 a.m.
Right, okay, good. So what about the word limit this time? Exceeded or
No, teacher, within the limit.
within the limit? Great. So that's great. Right. Okay. So I think in my presentation, this is the last note, the question. Right. So let's see this one, right? You're interested in joining a science camp with your best friend after the examination. You went to his or her place to talk about it, but the gate was locked. Write a note to be left in his or her letterbox telling him or her about it. Use about 40 to 50 words. Now the word limit is more than the previous questions given. So you need to include when you went there. There means the friend's house. Why you went there. That means you have to write the purpose. Ask him or her to call back, right? These are the things you have to include. You may get the words from the question itself and elaborate it, explain it more with your own ideas, right? So you may start writing this now.
Miss, can I have a break to go to the washroom and come quick?
Okay, Buddha, sure.
Miss, I came back.
Okay. Right. Umara, what about you, Putta? Still writing?
No, teacher, finished.
Finished. Okay. So this time, Umara, you can start reading. First, you start.
5th of October. Selena, I came to your place on 5th of October last Tuesday, but the gate was locked. I came to talk about a campaign. I like to join with you for a science camp after the examination. Call me once you receive this note to discuss about it.
Right. Okay. Good answer. How about the word limit? Number of words?
48, teacher.
40?
8.
48. Right. Okay. Very good. So, Afif, you can read your answer.
Yes, miss. Hi, Usman. I came by your place at 5 p.m., but the gate was locked. I wanted to talk to you about joining the science camp after our exams. It sounds really fun and educational. Let's discuss it soon. Call me when you get this. Best of it.
Right. Okay. Very good, Putta. Your
Miss,
answer. Yes.
I forgot to include the date in
Yes,
this.
that I noticed, right? Earlier you didn't, but yes, that's a small mistake. Those things happen. That's why we have to be careful, right? No problem. Don't think about
Miss,
it.
is the date compulsory?
Date. Let's see now in the notice. Sorry, in this.
They didn't, in the note, they didn't mention to say the date.
Yes, it is not mentioned. So in the question, if it is not mentioned, no need, right?
Okay, miss.
Right. So, wait. Okay, this is what I have planned anyway about writing notes. It's a very simple topic to discuss. Right now, I want to know from you, like, now, what are the lessons that you really want me to do if you are joining with me in the future? I just want to know kind of lessons that you are interested to learn. Anything about that? Do you have any idea about it? Have you ever thought what kind of lessons or grammar areas or what type of questions that you really want to practice?
Yes, miss.
What are they?
Indirect speech.
Okay,
Direct speech and indirect speech.
right, okay. Direct and indirect speech. Anything else? What about Umara?
Passive voice.
Passive voice. Okay. That's all.
Yes, miss.
Right.
As Umara mentioned, passive voice is also,
Passive
miss.
voice also. Right. Okay, great. So, if you are joining with me in the future, doesn't matter, I'll teach those lessons as well. Right. Since we have time, I thought to discuss one paper with you. I hope that's okay, right? Are you okay with that? At least the first part of a paper, I think we can discuss.
Okay, miss.
Just give me 1 second to open the paper. I think now it's you can see it on your screen, right? Right. So now this is the paper that I didn't plan to discuss this with you anyway. I wanted to discuss only the note and how to write about it. So before I start this, right? Before I start this, you just tell me how about the lesson that you learned today. Maybe it is not new to you. You may have learned it in the school or in any other classes that you have gone. But how was the lesson that you did today? How did
It
you
was
see?
good, ma'am. I understood very well.
Hmm.
It was kind of interesting.
Okay.
Overall, it's good, ma'am.
Right. Okay. Thank you very much. Umara, how about it? Is it okay with you? Or do you want if you want some more to learn about it, you also can tell, right? Doesn't matter. You are very open to tell your ideas, right?
It's fine, teacher. I knew lots of things,
Hmm.
new things about.
Okay, right. Happy to hear that. So, though we didn't plan to do this paper, at least the first part, okay, we can try doing this. So you can see the first page, right? It is the part one of the O-level paper, right? So you can see the year. So in test number one, see, these are very simple, Naputa. You all can very nicely score for the first paper. The thing is, you need to read the questions well, right? Sometimes children make mistakes when they do the easiest questions, right? So reading the question carefully is very important, right? So see test number one. Umara, can you please read out the question?
The instructions below are to be displayed at each place given. Write the correct letter of the place in the cage given against each instruction. The first one is done for you.
Yes, right. The instructions below are to be displayed at each place given. So you are given the instructions here. They are numbered 1 to 6. And the pictures given here, they are mentioned with the letters. They are, you can recognize them. Really sorry there. Right, let's move to the first one. Right, okay. So you can see the pictures, the places with the letters, right? Now, first one is done. Borrow 2 books at a time. The answer is C. You can guess the place, right? What is the place?
Library.
Yes, very good. It is the library, right? Now, you can tell me the answers. Wait in the queue
The
for
number
your...
2, wait in the queue for your turn.
Yes.
The alphabet D, that is
Hmm.
a supermarket.
Yes.
Number 3, keep the classroom neat and tidy.
Hmm.
It is F, that is a school. That's a classroom in a school. Number
Yeah.
4, do not smell or taste chemicals. That is A, that is a science lab.
Hmm.
Number 5, do not bring pen drives into the computer room. It is a B, it is a computer lab. Number
Right.
6, do not run. The area is slippery. It is E, it is a swimming pool.
Right. Okay. Very good. Huh? Right. So let's move to the second question. Right. Second question, fill in the blanks in the following dialogue using the words given in the box. Right. Write the letter of the correct word in the space given. So here I hope you can see the dialogue properly. So first answer C is given. Is this your album? I'm sure this is you in the first answer C. What is it? Photo. So, Umara, can you please try to tell the answer for the second one? You have time to think, right? There's no hurry. Take your time and guess the answer and tell. Yeah, that's in front of my grandparents' house on the... What is the correct answer? You can select one answer from here. The correct one is... You want time to think?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. think about Umara, what is the most years?
Early.
Early. Now here, see Puta, that's in front of my grandparents' house on the, it is related with a place.
Uh,
Okay.
beach.
Beach.
Can I answer?
What do you think, Afif? Huh?
Miss, yeah, it's the answer is on the beach.
Yes, that
We
is
used
the
to
correct. Yes, that is the correct answer. The word beach. So in the paper, when you are writing, you have to write the letter E. We used to spend a few days there during school.
Holidays.
Very good. Very good. Holidays. So answer A. Wow, I'm sure you would have enjoyed a.
F. Lot.
Yes, correct. Enjoyed a lot. Yeah, we always had a great time. Every day we used to get up.
B. Early.
Yes, answer B, early, and walk along the beach collecting seashells. Hey,
D. Also.
Yes, answer D, also collected seashells when I was small. Right. So if you write answers for these two questions correctly, see how the marks are given now. 5 marks for test number 1 and for test number 2. So if you read them, these are really simple questions. You can easily score the marks. Right. Now let's see the third one, right? So the third one, you need to study the picture. What do you mean by study the picture? Observe it well, right? Observe the picture well. Then you have to go through the list of words given, right? Fill in the blanks in the paragraph using the words given in the box. What do you need to write? Is that the word or the letter? Write the letter of the correct word in the blank. Right. See, this is the paragraph. I'll try to show you the full paragraph and the words. Don't know when, then it will be too small. Are you able to find? Is it too small to read?
Miss, shall I read?
Can.
Yes, miss. I recently visited a village, and this is the picture that I drew for an art competition recollecting a scene of my visit. This is a paddy field during the harvesting season, which is the letter H.
Hmm.
2 men and a woman are working busy.
Okay.
That is the letter B.
Yeah.
2 men. This one.
It's okay.
2 men are busy with winnowing paddy. The number is changing, miss. The number 2's answer will be if 2 men and a woman are working there, and
Then.
2 men are busy with winnowing paddy.
Yeah.
The
that's
woman, let us see, the woman is helping them by collecting paddy into gunny bags. Another woman is bringing their meals in a reed box kept on her head. A little girl is walking ahead of her. She is also carrying a basket which seems to be too heavy for her. A man in a bullock cart is passing the paddy field along the road there nearby. It is really a memorable scene. Many who came to the exhibition appreciated my drawing.
Right. Okay. Very good. Now, selecting your answers are very good. You did it fast. Everything is fine. Now, both of you don't get confused, right? Now, when we are doing the class, I always now give the time to students to be ready with the answers, right? Now, since it is the first day and this is not what I have planned to do today. That's why I quickly moved from one question to the other, right? When there are lots of students, right? Normally what I do is I'll give some time for students to be ready with their answers, right? So, Umara, I hope if this is okay with you, right? Now, now for the second question, I gave you the chance. Then third question, Afif, like that. Always now, now don't think that nobody will be given chance to read the answers, right? Not like that. So you will be given time to think about the answers and we'll do it one by one. Okay, I hope you're okay with that. Huh? So let's move to test number 4, right? Test number 4, underline the most suitable word given within brackets to fill in each blank. So the first one is already done. So now what I want is both of you first read the paragraph by yourselves and be ready with the answers, right? Be ready with the answers. Once you're ready, what you need to do, you can,
Raise the hands.
yeah, that's fine. Raise the hand.
Ma'am, I can answer right now, ma'am.
Little bit wait until Umara
Okay,
also
miss.
be ready with the answers, okay?
Miss, can I answer?
Okay, both of you are ready, right?
Yes, miss.
Right. So, right. In a city, there lived a girl of about 5 and she had only her
Her
mother.
mother. They spent their life happily, though they had many hardships.
Right.
The mother
Okay.
who
Okay, a little bit wait. Right.
Okay,
Though
miss.
they had many hardships. Okay, Afif, good. Now we'll give the chance to Umara to tell the third answer. Okay. The mother who, Umara,
The mother who worked in a hospital earned only a small amount of money.
right. Okay, very good. Afif, the fourth one.
Yes, miss. Every rupee she earned was carefully
Spent to. You may tell this.
spent to feed her child and for all other needs.
Right. Was carefully spent to feed her child and for all other needs. Right. Okay. Correct answer. Right, Umara, you may finish reading the other part, including the sixth answer.
One day, while they were In a bus, the little girl bought a lottery ticket and wished that she would win the first prize.
Okay. One day while they were traveling, right? While they were traveling in a bus. So the first answer, yes. So those are the correct answers, right? So, right. Let's talk about little bit of these tenses, right? Now in the first one, they spent their life happily. What is the tense?
Simple past tense.
Simple past tense. Though they had many hardships, the mother who worked in a hospital earned only a small amount of money. Every rupee she earned was carefully spent to feed her child. What about the verb used in the fifth answer? Anything that you know about this fifth answer? Is it related to a tense? So what can we call this type of a verb? Now, the sentence, if we start from the beginning, every rupee she earned was carefully spent. It's given in simple past, right? Here we use the verb with the preposition to feed. Normally, these verbs are called infinitive verbs, right? Infinitive verbs, to feed, right? With the preposition to, you have to use the verb root. We call that infinitive, right? What about the verb that is used in the last blank? They were traveling in a bus. What is the tense? What is the tense? Any one of you can tell.
Miss, what did you ask me? I had a small connection error.
Oh, sorry. I was just asking about the tense that is used in the sixth blank. They were traveling. What is the tense?
Simple past.
Not simple past tense, Putta. It is a past tense, but another type.
Past perfect.
No, it's not perfect. This is Putta. You can try it. This is past continuous tense. They were traveling. Now here were is a helping verb or be verb used in simple past. And
This is a B verb.
Yeah, be verb.
Yes.
It is used with ing verb, right? It is used with ing verb, or we can also call these ing verbs present participle verbs, right? So was traveling, were traveling, past continuous tense, right? So normally past continuous tense is used when we were continuing a certain action during a particular period of the time in the past, right? I was having my dinner when he came to the house. So there are two actions connected. I was having my dinner. So what was I doing was continuing for a certain period of time when one completed action happened, right? So was traveling, were traveling, right? That is past continuous tense, right? Okay, so are you clear that, Umara?
Yes, teacher.
Right. So, Umara, tell me now, do you have any confusion with the tenses as well? Now, before we learn passive voices, right? You all need to know properly the active voice, the tenses active voice. Are there any confusions that you can't understand? Anything related to active voice of tenses?
Yes, teacher, at sometimes.
Sometimes, right, okay. So we'll see, right? So we can, before we get to know about passive voice, we have to have thorough understanding about the tenses in active voice as well, right? When we do paragraphs, when we do this type of questions, I'll normally remind time to time about the tenses, right? Okay. So, y'all can just go through question number 5. Read the introduction. Read the introduction given by a zookeeper to a group of children. Complete the table given below with the information of the bird. So, first of all, you just read it out by yourself silently and be ready with all these answers. When you are ready, you can raise your hand, okay? Right. Mara, you're ready with the answers, right? Can you please read the description first?
Hello, good morning, children. Welcome to the Bird Paradise. I am going to give you an introduction from Hyansis macaw. This is the largest flying species in the world. It is a parrot native to Central and Eastern South America. The bird is 1 meter long from the top of its head to the tip of its long pointed tail. Its feathers are entirely blue. Its diet consists of nuts from palm species. Xanthus macaw has a very strong beak for eating nuts and seeds. It can live for 30 to 50 years. Macaw's nest is hollows in trees high up from the ground from July to December. Hyansis macaw is one of the most colorful and attractive birds in the world. If you are interested in finding more information about the bird, visit our information center near the exit gate.
Right, okay, very good. Right, so you need to complete the table with the information about the bird. Native place, Central and Eastern South America. What about the color of the feathers?
Blue color.
Blue color, blue in color. It's mentioned somewhere here, no? Its feathers are entirely blue. That means completely. Now, when you read the passages, normally I'm not considering this passages in the test papers, right? You can also consider that when you are practicing to write the O-level papers. But if you are reading some unseen passages or the passages in the newspaper, articles, those things, always try to get to familiar with the new words, right? Find them from the dictionary, get to know about the word classes of them, meaning, how to use that in a new sentence, synonyms, antonyms, those things are very important, right? So entirely in the sense, what is it? Completely, okay? Right. So what about the food? Can Afif tell the answer?
Yes, miss. It's for the food of the Hyakins macaw is it consists of nuts from specific palm trees.
Right. Okay. So lifespan, Umara, what about the answer? Lifespan,
30 years to 50 years.
correct. 30 to 50 years. For 30 to 50 years. And one more thing I wanted to tell you. Now, when you write the answers for this type of a question in the O-level paper, you may write the short answers, right? No need to write a complete answers because it's not mentioned here. Right? Complete the table given below with the information of the bird. So that means you may write the short answers. But when you write the short answers, don't forget to use the preposition that is connected with the answer. Right? Now for the lifespan, see what is the preposition given here? For 30 to 50 years. When you write this answer, you have to mention this completely, this phrase completely, right? Don't forget to do that, right? Nesting place. Afif, can you tell me the nesting place?
The nesting place is miss. It nests in hollow trees high up from the ground from July to December.
Right, okay. So the exact answer for this question, you have to make it little bit short. In hollows in trees, high up from the ground, right? So you can select this part as the answer for this question, okay? So, sorry, Umara, nesting period.
From July to December.
Yes. So you can write from July to December. And also when you write this kind of a proper nouns, July, December, right, macaw, write those words. Don't forget to write the first letter capital. So you have to remember that. Okay. So right. So this is test number 6. It's about write in a notice. Okay, write in a notice. So I didn't discuss with you how to write a notice. Therefore, I'm not going to discuss that. So test number 7, you can see here, you need to read the story and to find the correct answer. And here you are given a paragraph to write. Okay, a paragraph. Now, when you write a paragraph also, I'll just give you some hints about writing a paragraph. Afif, you wanted to tell something, you were raising the hand. No?
Actually, I was ready to answer the test 7.
Oh, right. Okay. So, so what I wanted to share with you some tips regarding writing a paragraph. Always, when you select a topic from the given topics, you have to select one. So, always write some experiences, your own experiences. You can connect them to the topic given, right? It based on the topic that is given in the paper. Now, see a television program I watched, right? So I hope you are really interested to watch certain programs on the TV. There might be some favorite programs. So always connect what you truly experience when you write the answer, right? And always develop your ideas with lots of words, like different word classes, right? Use some beautiful adjectives, adverbs to modify verbs, right? All these things you have to do within the word limit given to you, right? When you're writing the paragraph, even the essay, right, you have to think about to write well-connected sentences. Now, first of all, when you start a paragraph, the opening sentence needs to be very attractive, very catchy, that should make the reader interesting to read your paragraph or to read your essay, right? So always the opening sentence should be very attractive one, like very meaningful, sensible one. All the other sentences also need to be meaningful, but the first sentence needs to be kind of interesting one. And also, when you are writing paragraphs and essays, try to use some quotes, sayings of the famous personalities. For this, you have to read a lot. When you read the newspapers, when you listen to the news, right, you can get lots of information, right? So just remember one or two quotes that are relevant to different subject areas, so you can apply them into your essay or paragraph. And idioms, like phrasal verbs, kind of things are really interesting to add to your essays or paragraphs, because that shows you how you are good at to use the language, right? So just remember those things as well. So in the um future lessons, in when you are even doing the exam, term tests, everything, right, it will be beneficial to you, right? So right, so from this one I'm going to wind up the session, right? So I just wanted to know from you now, totally, or if we talk about the overall lesson today, I just want your feedback, right? So now you can tell me how do you feel, and what kind of things that you want me to continue if you are joining. Any idea about that?
It was interesting, miss.
Hmm.
It was very easily understandable.
Okay.
All the session was great, miss. Thank you, miss.
Okay, you're
I would
welcome.
like to join your class.
Okay. Umara, what about you?
Teacher, I like to join in future, but I have a class at this time.
Okay, right, no problem. Now, normally, when I'm doing the lessons, right, I talk only in English. I hope that is fine with you. Sometimes, Right. Now, the thing is, we have to use the language to improve, right? So therefore, even though if you have kind of um, uh, some children are very shy to speak in English, no, so that is actually we can't accept that, because uh, you have to speak, or you have to give the answers, no matter whether the answers are wrong. You have to remove that shyness when you are learning a language, right? Therefore, I am normally doing my lessons all the time in English. I don't use Sinhala words, though I can. I'm not using. If you can't understand, anything that I'm explaining, you can tell me so I can explain it again in a more like a simpler way. I'm trying to do that. Okay. So,
Excuse me, Miss.
yeah.
Miss, when is your class held at normal days?
Normal days means now, I thought to do the paper class only for O-level students. So,
Okay, Miss.
yes, for the same time, Friday, this time, 9 to 11.
All right.
Okay, this is the time, because most of the children are having lots of classes. No, I know y'all are really busy than me, right? Because you have to study, you are going different classes, sometimes 2 classes. I know the story. So therefore, I thought to do the class this time. But I need actually the interesting audience, right? You both of you are very helpful. You are now, the thing is, students need to give the answers, right? You all need to ask questions. Then only I am also get interested to do a lesson. Therefore, I must say that both of you are really helpful and supportive to the lesson. Hope you are really got something from me today, right? Doesn't matter whether you join my classes or not, that's fine. That's a different thing. But yes, you both of you are great. I think your understanding, the capability of writing answers are really good. We'll see, right? Okay. So I'm going to wind up the session today. Hope you had a great session. I think so. Anyway, good night then. If you want, I'll be sending the recording as well. Okay. Thank you then. Have a
Okay,
good
Miss.
day.
Thank you, Miss. Have a
Good
great
night.
night. Thank you, Miss, for teaching.
Thank you, teacher.
You're
Good
welcome.
night, teacher.
Good night.